Although yoga encourages overall health and wellness, and the techniques demonstrated within this program are designed for people of all skill levels, consult your physician before beginning any new exercise program.
Hi, welcome to Mind Body. I'm Susan Foxley, a certified life coach and a registered yoga instructor. I help people live healthier, happier lives. And here's the key. Fitness is not just physical, it's also emotional, mental, even spiritual for some people. It's about happiness and health, mind and body. Let's get going. Let's go ahead and have a seat. And we have Rebecca and Roger joining us today. And at home, if you need a blanket to put underneath your sitting bones, we're going to be doing a lot of meditating today. So sometimes it's very helpful to have a little pillow or a blanket right underneath your sitting bones to have you a little higher up if you need that. So go ahead and grab a towel or a blanket, or if you have a Zafu pillow at home, go ahead and grab one, please, and sit comfortably with your right leg in front of your left. And today we are witnessing and watching, and we're focusing on mindful meditation and visualization, infusing intention with attention. So go ahead and sit comfortably with your right leg in front of your left, please. This is called Sukhasana. And go ahead, if you want to make a mudra with your thumb and your index finger, just resting them on your knees. And some people, if they feel a little scattered, sometimes they like their palms facing down on their knees. So whatever feels more comfortable for you, go ahead and listen to yourself, whatever feels good. I like to make a little mudra, and I like to keep my elbows a little straight and lifting my back ribs and my shoulders moving back. So go ahead and just sit comfortably and notice whether you have more weight on your right sitting bone or your left sitting bone. Try to find symmetry. And notice if you're more on the front of your sitting bones or the back of your sitting bones. Try to find symmetry between your right and left sitting bones. And then go ahead and gently, right below your belly button, bring that in and up. And lift your heart and lift your crown. And soften your shoulders, please. And go ahead and take one big inhale. Filling up your lungs, and hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale through your mouth. We'll do 2 more. Inhale. Inhaling up through the front of the body. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Letting go of your day. Let's take one more big inhale, please. Feeling the expansion of your ribs and the side body. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Really, really nice. And then let's go ahead. I'm going to move this blanket just for myself because I'm more comfortable on the floor, but always honor your body first. And let's go ahead and open up our eyes and extend our arms out to the side, opening up. Bring the thumbs away from each other, please. Bring the pinkies away from each other, please. The middle finger away from each other, the index and the ring finger. Spread those fingers wide. So we're not only getting length through the crown of the body, but we're opening up the lungs. We're getting space between the shoulder blades, the scapulas, and we're getting space in the collarbones. Really lengthen those fingertips away from each other. Again, bring those thumbs away from each other to spread the collarbones. And bring the pinkies away from each other to get space in the upper back. Really nice. And hug the triceps and biceps to your upper arms. Beautiful. And then go ahead and interlace the fingertips and bring the knuckles, the tops of the knuckles, onto the crown of the head. And rest your knuckles on the crown of the head. And then as you ground your sitting bones, please, bring the crown of the head into your knuckles, getting really tall, getting space between each individual vertebrae, and move the elbows slightly back to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now straighten the elbows and reach your hands up towards the sky. And you can even look up. Look up and stretch those fingers, stretch those wrists. This is really good if you have arthritis in your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists. And look up. Lift the back ribs, lift the side ribs, please. And look up. Try to straighten the elbows as much as you can. Straighten those elbows, soften those shoulders a little bit away from the ears. And continue to breathe. Long inhalations and long exhalations. And then go ahead and release the hands at your heart. And then we're going to walk the fingertips forward. I like to cup my fingertips, but you choose. And I like to kind of take a little bit of a upward cobra in my upper back first. So I like to do a little bit of a cobra pose in my upper back and walk your fingertips away from your hips. And if you feel comfortable dropping your forehead down, feel free to do so. Walk your arms away from your hips. Beautiful. Drop your forehead down to just slow the thoughts down if that's comfortable for you. Just go ahead and rest your forehead down. Beautiful. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Get as much space between each individual vertebrae. When we get space in the body, we get space in the mind, we get space in the heart, and we get space in our lives. Go ahead and walk your fingertips forward, please, or back up towards your knees, and rest your hands onto your knees. And go ahead and bring your left hand onto your right knee, and your right hand goes behind you, right behind your tailbone. And then go ahead and gently twist over to the right. Look over your right shoulder. Beautiful. Bring that right shoulder even back a little further. Lift the back ribs, please. Remember, in all the twists, we want a beautiful, tall spine. So lift the crown of the head and twist. Beautiful. Come back to center. Bring both your hands to the knees. Sit up really tall. Bring your right hand onto your left knee, please, and twist. Go ahead and twist. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Look back behind you. Ground your left hand. Lift through the crown of the head. Beautiful. Remember to always return back to the breath. And then come back to center, please. And then go ahead and take your right foot. Gently grab that right foot, and we're just going to rock and shake it. Remember, when you sit in meditations, you really want to have some open hips. And all my students know that my favorite affirmation for hips is hip, hip, hooray. So we want to create more joy in our lives. So that's my favorite affirmation for hips is hip, hip, hooray. A lot of us need to put more joy into our lives. So go ahead, loosen up those hips, and especially if you sit in chairs a lot, if you're driving long distance, your hips get really tight. I tell all my clients to sit on the floor as often as you can. Westerners, we have chairs, and other cultures, they sit on the floor and they don't have as many back problems because they sit on the floor. So I tell a lot of my clients, sit on the floor if you can sit on the floor comfortably. If you have knee pain, of course, don't sit on the floor. But if you can comfortably sit on the floor, do that as often as you can. And then release that leg and bring the left leg in front, please, in cross-legged position in a Sukhasana. Extend your arms out, please. Bring your thumbs away from each other. Bring your middle finger and your pinkies away from each other. Your ring finger and your index finger away from each other, and stretch. Get not only width but length through the crown of the head. And then go ahead and ground. Bring those knuckles on the crown of the head again, and bring the crown into the knuckles, and elbows back slightly to spread those collarbones, please. And then go ahead and stretch those elbows and look up. Look up. Lift the back ribs. Lift the side ribs. Soften your floating ribs, please. And get as much space in your body as you can. Of course, always returning back to the breath. And go ahead and bring your hands at your heart. Beautiful. And this time we're going to bring the right hand onto the left knee and twist over to the left. lift and twist. This is really good. It clears and cleanses any negative things going on in your liver, your kidneys, your spleen, your digestive system. In my workshops, we clear and clean first, clear and clean any negative thoughts, and then we plan and plant what we do want, and then we witness and watch. Once we plan and plant those seeds, we wait. We have to witness and watch and wait for the bamboo to break ground. It can take up to 5 years for bamboo to break ground. And when it does, it can grow up to 3 feet in 24 hours. Go ahead and come back to center. So if you plan and plant and write down your wishes, it can take up to 5 years to break ground. So you need to just have patience. Go ahead and bring the left hand onto the right knee and twist over the other way, please. Lift and twist. Lift and twist. Lift and twist. So patience is a huge part of the process of having your dreams come true. Sometimes it takes patience. You can't force a rosebud. If you take a rosebud and force those petals open, you destroy the rose. You have to just witness and watch and let nature take its course while the beautiful bud turns and blooms. And that can take up to about 3 to 4 weeks for it to just slowly open up. Come back to center. Take your right hand on the crown of the head, please, and go ahead and drop your right ear to your right shoulder and stretch the left side of the neck, please. Lift your heart and drop your ear. Lift your heart and drop your ear. Lift your heart and drop your ear, and then come back to center and bring your left hand on the crown of the head, please, and drop that left ear down to the left shoulder. Lift your heart and drop your ear. Lift your heart and drop your ear. Nice. Lift your heart and drop your ear. And then come back to center, please. Beautiful. Take one big inhale and hold. And exhale through your mouth. And then we're going to do breath of fire. Breath of fire you can do with your mouth open or your mouth closed. And we'll go ahead and just bring the belly button into the spine and just focus on the exhale. Don't worry about the inhale. If you need to do it with the mouth open, feel free to do it with the mouth open. Really beautiful work. Really nice, Rebecca. Really nice, Roger. Really nice. And then we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and just straighten out the legs. And go ahead and reach your arms up. Spread your toes. Reach up. Lift the back ribs. Iron the right leg and the left leg into the earth. And go ahead and grab the outsides of your toes or your big toes, whatever you would like to use, and lengthen forward. If you need to use a belt at home or you need to bend your knees a little bit, go ahead and honor yourself. If you need a belt, feel free to use a belt, please. And then go ahead and lengthen down. Lengthen down. And if you have back pain, it's always nice to use a belt and go up more towards the heavens and lengthen up and out of your lower back. But if it's comfortable for you to come down and grab your feet and come all the way down, please do so. Really planning and planting your right leg and your left leg. As you clear and clean your negative thoughts, clearing and cleaning your negative thoughts, forward bends, cleanses out your organs. Really good for your digestive system. And then go ahead and come up, please, and just go ahead and grab your right leg, bend your right knee, and actually when you grab it, get really tall. Plan and plant your left leg and lift through the crown of the head and get really tall. Plan and plant your right foot, plan and plant your left leg and get really tall, lift through the crown of the head, and then open that knee out to the side. And we're going to go ahead and clear and clean again through twisting. So bring your right hand on the outside and twist. Lift and twist. Lift and twist and lift the back ribs, please. Really nice. Lift and twist, extending through that left heel. And for anyone that has hip problems, feel free to use a block and put the block right underneath your right leg. That really helps. And twist. And then go ahead and come back to center and interlace the thumbs and go up. Lengthen, lift, 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 lift. And go ahead and grab your left foot and lengthen forward, please. We're just doing some poses to get really comfortable to start doing some meditation poses. And then go ahead and look up, stretch your heart away from your leg. And then go ahead and lift that right knee up, please. And then straighten that right leg. And then hug the left, please. And get really tall. Plant that right leg. Hug that left knee and get really tall through the crown, please. And then go ahead and open up that knee and twist over to the right. Lift and twist. Lift and twist. Lift and twist. And then from here, go ahead and interlace the thumbs and go up. Go really tall. Interlace those thumbs. Stretch up and then grab your foot. And if you need a belt, feel free to use a belt and come on down. So witness and watch, never rush. My favorite saying is, if it's important, it's not urgent. And if it's urgent, it's not important. And whenever I rush, that's usually when some kind of thing happens for me, when I rush. Go ahead and bring the left knee up, please, and straighten that leg. Interlace and reach up. Have you ever taken bread out of the oven when it's not cooked fully? It doesn't taste so good, right? Sometimes we have to let things fully cook and then go ahead and come forward into a forward bend. Patience is a huge part of the process. We can't rush things. You can't rush opening up the rosebud. You destroy the rose. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and go into table pose. So from here, you can bring your fingertips towards your buttocks if you choose, or your fingertips out, and go ahead and bring the tailbone into the body, your knees away from your face. And Rebecca and Roger are dropping their head back, and which is wonderful for your, it's really wonderful for your thyroid, and it's really good for your neck. But for people that have vertigo, I like them to stare at their knees. Some of my clients get vertigo, so I have them just look straight ahead and push their knees away from their face. And bring your tailbone in. Find symmetry between your right and left legs, please, and your right and left hands. And then slowly come on down and bring your hands behind your knees for a balancing pose. Bring your feet together and your knees together. Sparkle those toes. And then from here, come into Navasana boat pose. Balance, and if you feel comfortable, you can straighten your legs if you choose, only if that's comfortable. Some of my clients can't even lift their arms up, they just stay like this, which is fine, to keep their hands on the floor. And then go ahead and iron your legs into the earth, reach up and grab your feet, please, and come on down. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and come into a comfortable cross-legged position, and right leg in front in Sukhasana, please. And from here, I'm going to teach you Pranayama. So we're going to take the middle finger and index finger right between the eyebrows, please. So go ahead and take your right hand and put your middle finger and your index finger right between your eyebrows. And take your thumb and just close your right nostril, please. And then release that. And then take your ring finger and close your left nostril, please. So those are the fingers we're going to use for Pranayama. Take a big inhale. Exhale fully through the nose. Block your right nostril with your thumb, please, and inhale through your left. Close both nostrils. Exhale through your right nostril. Hold. Inhale through your right nostril. Hold. Exhale through your left nostril. Hold. Inhale through your left nostril. Hold. Exhale through your right nostril. Hold. Inhale through your right nostril. Hold. Exhale through your left nostril. Hold. Inhale through your left nostril. Hold. Exhale through your right nostril. Release your hands, normal breathing, in through your nose and out through your nose. Inhale the positive, exhale the negative. When I was in India in my early 20s, one of my friends said that his guru had him meditate on an anthill. And he had to meditate on an anthill with ants crawling all over him and still go within himself to find that peace and that equanimity no matter what. In life, sometimes it can feel like ants are crawling all over us. Sometimes it feels like ants are crawling all over us with life and bills and kids and diagnoses. Can we just go ahead and actively ignore and go inside and find that inner peace? Let's try that now. Go ahead and close your eyes, please. And go ahead and just notice your inhales and your exhales, please. Just witness. Just witness and watch the rise and fall of your belly. The expansion and contraction of your ribs, please. Notice whether you're breathing more through the right nostril or the left nostril. Follow your breath. And then go ahead and pick 3 sounds in your environment. And let those 3 sounds in your environment become music to your ears. Could be a clock ticking or a faucet dripping or the music that you hear right now. Drop into that music. Let the gap between your thoughts get bigger. Drop into the silence right here, right now. Softening your forehead and your temples. Releasing your lower jaw from your upper jaw. Softening your shoulders, your arms and your fingers. Letting your heart be open and expansive. Relaxing your hips and your legs, your feet and toes. Returning back to the breath. Dropping into the silence. Inhaling peace. Exhaling stress. And try to come from the center of your chest. I'll tell you a little story. My son was upset when he was in kindergarten. And he was crying, "Mom, I'm the smallest kid in my class." And I said, "Ben, the brain is the most important part of the body. You're so smart." And he heard this on one of my CDs in my car, I think from Wayne Dyer. "Mom, that's not true. The brain is the devil's lawyer and the heart is God's servant." So I can't believe he remembered that at 5 years old verbatim. That the brain is the devil's lawyer and the heart is God's servant. I thought that was really interesting. So let's go into the heart and let's just send love to everyone and everything in meditation. And just loving our friends, our family members. Sending love to our neighbors, our city. Sending love to our state, our country, and our world. Sending love light and compassion to everyone and everything. Sending love and light and compassion to everyone and everything. Going back to your inhales and your exhales. And I want you to go into one of your biggest tools, which is imagination. I want you to go ahead and imagine the best. Imagine the best for your family members. Imagine the best for your friends. I want you to imagine the best for everyone and everything in your life. Just softening the space between your eyebrows. Using your imagination. Go ahead and stretch your legs out, please, for Shavasana. Lie down on your backs, palms open to the sky, and just rest. I want you to imagine yourself healthy and whole. Imagine yourself healthy, happy, and whole. Imagine yourself healthy, happy, and whole. Imagine your family members healthy, happy, and whole. Your friends healthy, happy, and whole. And just go ahead and close your eyes from top to bottom. Imagine your tongue as if it's a melted ice cube. Release the lower jaw from the upper jaw. And let the arms just fall and descend into the earth. Relax your fingers. Relax and release your back, your buttocks, your legs, your feet and toes. And you've cleared and cleaned your negative thoughts. You've planted and planted what you do want by writing down a gratitude list as if it's already happened. And now you're witnessing and watching the miracles. And just like bamboo, it takes up to 5 years to break ground. And then it can grow up to 3 feet in 24 hours. So be patient. Be patient. And the trick is to feel as if you're already healed. Focus on your wellness rather than your illness. Remember, what you focus on grows. Remember, good thoughts go into greater feelings, and greater feelings go into wonderful actions. And wonderful actions go into wonderful results. And remember, if you keep focusing on where you are, you'll keep getting what you get. If you keep focusing on where you are, you'll keep getting what you get. So plug into your GPS system wellness if you're feeling illness. If you're feeling sad, plug into your GPS system joy. Plug into your GPS system where you want to go. If you keep focusing on where you are, you'll keep getting what you get. And imagination is one of the biggest tools. Use your imagination to imagine the best. Not only for yourself, but everyone in your life. Imagine the best not only for you, but for everybody in your life. Sprinkle wonderful good thoughts onto everyone and everything in your life. Sprinkle luck and love and joy and peace and compassion to everyone and everything in your life, and witness and watch. I want to thank you so much for joining us today. I want to remind you that fitness is not just physical, it's mind and body. I'm Susan Foxley, and you can read my blogs, learn more about my workshops, books, and life coaching at SusanFoxley.com, or connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. See you next time. One more thing, always, always, always go where the love is. Namaste.